Alcohol is a thief and a liar. Don't miss out on the fun. Hit subscribe button and join our community for more stories like this one. It's true when they tell you a geographical change will not help or keep you sober. No matter where you go, there you are. My biological father found me on Facebook during the beginning of the pandemic. He must have been really bored. I am 37 years old. I had been warned my entire life that he was a narcissistic sociopath and to steer clear. I am not one to go on others' opinions alone. Long story short, he flew my daughter and I to the Florida Keys to meet. It was a good visit. I fell in love with the beaches and tropical climate. We decided to move there. All the way from WA state. Couldn't be any further from home. The emails began almost immediately. Berating me, demeaning me. Ripping my heart to shreds. Ripping into my daughter. It was a total nightmare in paradise. He told me he was embarrassed to be seen with me because of my weight and kinda wild fashion sense. This is a very subtle example of what was being said. I don't want to relive the other things. One day as I was walking to the beach very agitated by his recent comments, I decided that I would just have a drink, casual tiki bar style. Take the edge off. Because after 4 years of sobriety I was educated enough to handle it. 5 days later my car had been abandoned and someone found me in the sand, red as a hot tamale and dehydrated beyond belief. Because my ID was of course missing, all they could do was call for help. I woke up in a detox center filled with zombies and my blood pressure was sky high. I threw up blood. Heavily medicated for countless days and hours with a metal meat rack to lay on, I was finally released. With no car and no money, ID or clothes other than what I had on my back. Of course my job was gone also. No one would answer the phone when I called my family. My car was a gift from my 89-year-old grandfather and I relapsed on his fucking birthday. I was now missing all the keys and something happened to the front end. Thank God my daughter was not with me when this rampage began. She was with my cousins and is now back in WA per my request. And here I am. I lost something very vital this relapse. I can only describe it as my shine. My vitality. Part of my soul disappeared in the sand. Starting over without half of my heart. Knowing I nearly put my loving grandfather into cardiac arrest on his fucking birthday. I can't even form complete sentences or look anyone in the eyes. Is this what happens before you just say, "It's finally all over"? The madness only catches up with you. It's been a week now since my last drink. I found a women's halfway house to take me in. I found a sponsor. Maybe a job prospect today. I'm a career hairstylist, but I'm looking at taking a step back to focus on recovery. This disease is cunning and baffling and powerful. Selfish, and so ugly. I want so badly to give up. Just go back out. I've already screwed my entire family over. But I just can't think like this. Must move forward. Thanks for listening. I didn't have another outlet tonight. Comments. The good news is you already know if you work the program it actually works as long as you keep working it. Stop beating yourself up and start trudging the road. We are happy that you made it back. You can do this. One day at a time. This story could end up being one of those stories in the back of the book. Now, to write the happy ending, you just have to not drink today. We're powerless after the first drink, and now you know that for sure after doing the research. So now all you have to do is defend against the first drink. Now is the perfect example of doing the next right thing. Thank you for sharing your story with us, friend. I felt that. I'm glad you made it back. The pain you're feeling right now can be a driving force, if you so choose. It can propel you into a solid step 3 like no other. When my life was a complete disaster, I had nothing left but to let go of every old idea and try on a whole new way of life and of relating to the universe. I wouldn't wish that kind of pain on my worst enemy, but am I ever grateful I went through it. On a side note, nothing has brought me so low in sobriety as my experience with narcissism and psychopathy. Nothing. It's like getting too close to a black hole for the soul. Can I just say that you are the victim here? Please stop beating yourself up. After immense provocation and abuse from a sociopath narcissist, you took a drink and alcohol fucked it all up, the way we know it does. Please believe me when I say that I might well have done what you did. I suffered growing up and older with a sociopath narc, my adopted elder sister. Thank God we're not of the same blood. From birth she abused me and continues to impact upon me 56 years later. I feel so sorry for you. I know that you're really angry with yourself, but you were hurt a lot. You got back up and back onto the steps. You are amazing. What a roller coaster of emotions I felt upon reading your story, so similar to my own one. Compassion, you deserve a lot. Well done for getting back up after this awful experience times. Subscribe and hit the bell button for the best Reddit stories available.